What's going on, everybody? Show Up the King here is back, and I'm here to give you my review and recap of the newest chapter of Bleach. It's out. It's Tuesday. I am very excited. Just got finished with my Naruto review. Don't forget to check that out as well. Let's jump into this review, boys. So, I just gotta say, Captain Yamamoto is such a badass. I've never seen anything like this before. Never. Like, he has impressed me. His Bankai is so impressive that it just like literally blew my mind. So his again, and this may be the reason that I don't want to say that, because again, I still just don't know. Again, something I got a sneaking suspicion in the back of my head, but I'll fill you guys in on that later. So let's jump into this this review. So Yamamoto's Bankai, literally the flames are sealed inside of his blade, and his Bankai clearly has 4 different powers. Buckbeard has already seen his Bankai about 1,000 years ago. It's probably been 1,000 years since he's used it, but we've seen his East ability and his West ability so far. His East ability focuses all the flame into the tip of the blade, and whatever the tip of that blade touches is done. It's a one-hitter quitter move, meaning that whatever it touches, whether it's a flake of hair or the ground, it literally is turned to a thunder, gone, disappeared from the history. And literally, Yamamoto is slashing at Buckbeard, and Buckbeard is scared shitless at this point. Like, you can clearly tell that, look, I cannot get hit by this blade or else I am finished. So, you know, he's slashing at Buckbeard, and then we actually, the panel skips, and we get to go to another part of the Soul Society, and it looks like the medical, I can't remember, I think her name is Ohana, I can't remember, but it looks like she's not in the battle at all. It looks like she's in the hospital. She's just standing there, maybe again because I guess her abilities are more for healing and not fighting. Who knows? But I think everyone in the Soul Society knows that Captain Yamamoto is using his Bankai, and apparently that she hopes that he finishes. And I quote, she said, "I hope you finish this battle soon, so that you don't destroy your home." Again, so it looks like Yamamoto doesn't use his Bankai often, because I guess the residual power that it emits is very destructive and destroys everything around it. And again, when you get to the end of the chapter, it's clear why that is. Oh my God! But I haven't gotten there yet. We'll get there. So it looks like Toshiro. Go ahead and uses his Bankai, and the Stern Ritter that he's fighting takes the Bankai. But it looks like that Toshiro is still able to stand up against him. Now, I think Toshiro knows enough about his Bankai so that he can still avoid any major damage. Because again, it looks like Toshiro is still holding his own. Doesn't look like he took any major damage. And it looks like all the moisture, all the water in Soul Society is evaporating because of Yamamoto's Bankai. So the Bankai that the Stern Ritter used is disappearing. And again, Toshiro must notice that Yamamoto uses Bankai, and all the water source in the Soul Society is evaporating. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So we get back to Yamamoto, and Buckbeard is back to being confident after he's dodged a couple of slashes, and he's just like, well, how boring, you know, all I have to do is avoid you without attacking. All I have to do is cut you while avoiding your blade. So then Buckbeard attacks Yamamoto, only to have his sword cleaved in half. His sword is already cleaved in half, and then Yamamoto explains the second level of his Bankai, which is West, and in the West part of his Bankai is the flame is engulfed in him. It's almost engulfed in him like ki. Like when the people in Dragon Ball Z are powering up that ki that's around them, it's almost like that. And literally, Yamamoto's flame is as hot as the sun. And if I got the numbers correct, it's over 1.5 million degrees around him. the artwork that they use for this, even though it's in black and white, it is so impressive that you're just like, you just get jacked just staring at it. I mean, it was fantastic. So apparently Yamamoto's Bankai, he can't be touched either. So if you touch him, you're burned. So like essentially, if his sword hits you, you're dead. If you touch him, you're dead. And keep in mind, he still has two more abilities with his Bankai, because if there's an east-west, there has to also be a north and south. So it's going to be very interesting this chapter. Kubo, thank you, Kubo. I really appreciate everything that you're doing right now, and I just want to say that Kubo is back. Kubo is the shit, and I need them to animate this shit. Like if I don't get an animated version of this, I'm coming down to TV Tokyo and I'm blowing up. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want nobody thinking that I'm using terroristic threats. But please animate this. Animate this. I don't even care if it doesn't come out yet, because again, at this point, the story isn't far enough along so that it would justify the animation. So as long as eventually we get it in animated form, I'll be happy. But fantastic chapter. This has been the best Tuesday morning ever, and I'm so excited. So again, definitely go check out the Naruto chapter. Definitely check out this review. Find me on Facebook. Thumbs up the video if you could. This is what I do, and I love doing it for you guys. One other thing before I go. I still am not sure why haven't they tried to take his Bankai. Now, there's two things. Number one, maybe his Bankai is too strong that it can't be taken, or even if they do take it, they don't know how to use its abilities, and maybe that's why Buckbeard is allowing Yamamoto to show him his Bankai, so that once he knows how it works, he can then steal it and use it for himself. If that's the case, if Buckbeard gets Yamamoto's Bankai, it's over. There's no one that can conceivably touch him. I don't care what kind of growth Ichigo thinks he has. If Buckbeard gets Yamamoto's Bankai, it's over. There's no conceivable way that he can be beaten if he gets his Bankai. So that's the only reason why I don't think he's going to be able to get it, because if he does, he's going to be OP. It's just not going to be funny. And then right now, Yamamoto is OP. I mean, you can't touch him and you can't be hit by him. I'm like, what are you supposed to do? So again, it's crazy. Now, number two, the other reason why I don't think his Bankai can be taken is because it's a compressed Bankai, which means it doesn't turn into anything. Like, it just stays a sword. Just like Ichigo, when he goes Bankai, his sword doesn't turn into like a monkey, it doesn't turn into leaves, it doesn't turn into a dragon like everybody else's does. It just literally turns into it compresses into his Zangetsu, and it increases his speed and his attack power. Basically, it increases his powers versus turning into something like everyone else's does. So maybe that's another reason why his Zanpakuto can't be stolen. But again, we'll find out. Maybe we'll find out next weekend, because it looks like it'll be the Fire Chapter 4. Thank you, Kubo. Thank you.